私はカクテルをたしなみます。カクテルを飲んでいくのは綺麗な宝石を選んでいくようで大変豪奢な気持ちになるのです。実は太平洋の海水がラムであれば良いのにと思うほど私はラムを愛しています。そのまま一瓶腰に手を当てて飲み干しても良いのですが、それは心へしまっておくのが慎みというもの。
I first saw The Night is Short, Walk On Girl one late night last year. I was up, I couldn't sleep, and I was looking for something to watch, and I stumbled across it. The art looked interesting, the synopsis was vague enough that I wanted to know more, so I said F it, and I hit play, and I had no idea that I would not only enjoy this movie immensely, but that I consistently find new things to appreciate about it. This movie is joy incarnate. For one thing, its art style is unlike any other anime film I've ever seen, and it pivots on a dime between semi-realistic looking to very exaggerated and quite dreamlike. It's a film that on first viewing might seem like a random jumble of comical moments strung together by a plot that's admittedly very thin, but upon closer inspection, this is a film about life. And I don't mean in the way that slice of life media is about life. I mean that this film is literally about the concept, the philosophy, and the practice of living a good life. The film follows two characters simultaneously. The first is the unnamed woman only referred to as Kohai, or Junior, and the man trying to win her heart known as Senpai. Kohai's story mostly involves spending her night out trying to experience as much of the adult world, as she calls it, as she can, while meeting a cast of colorful characters and kind of just bouncing from one experience to the next. Senpai, on the other hand, is trying his best to continually run into Kohai throughout the night in order to win her affection, all the while continually getting himself into more and more hijinks, like losing his underpants, or having to compete in a spicy food eating contest in order to win a book for Kohai. The movie never lets up much either. It's a cacophony of silliness and outrageousness that I've seen very few films accomplish. However, underneath the unrelenting madness, there's a wholesomeness, and the sense that this film has a beating heart, that it touches on something much deeper than its comedic moments let on. There's so much I could say about this film, but I'd like to just focus on one particular interpretation. After watching it a few more times, I can't help but think about the conversation famous Zen philosopher Alan Watts had with a Japanese Zen master about the translation of Zen books into other languages, which might sound like an odd and very unrelated choice, but I think it strikes the same chord this film does.
I had a discussion with a great master in Japan on the last visit there. And we were talking about the various people who are working to translate the Zen books into English. And he said, that's a waste of time. If you really understand Zen, he said, you can use any book. You could use the Bible. You could use Alice in Wonderland. You could use the dictionary. Because, he said, the sound of the rain needs no translation. You see, that's the point. And all the talk in the world doesn't get it unless you listen to the talk in a new way.
The sound of the rain needs no translation is a quote I now sort of associate with this movie. On one hand, it's a quote about beauty. You could say it another way, beauty just is. There doesn't have to be a reason for it. It's why I find the question, what is the meaning of life, so easy to answer. The meaning of life is to live, in all its joy and hardships and sadness. In a way, it has no meaning, but in another way, it has all the meaning that you give it.